Hello, my friends. Happy weekend morning. Welcome back to another episode of CivOps Gear, reviewing all the EDC gear for everyone from the discerning civilian all the way to the experienced operator. Today we have something for sort of the concealed carrier, but sort of a novice, an uncomfortable, an amateur, or somebody in a horrible state where you still can't get your hands on a CCW. Listen, there's a lot of, I know some of you are going to be like, oh, that's so stupid. You carry a firearm, you fucked. Okay, we all understand that concealed carry should, in an ideal situation, be a firearm, of course. And a lot of us, I think, who watch this channel probably carry firearms. But let's slow down. If we're an advocate of self-defense, then we have to understand and still talk to the people who are either uncomfortable carrying a firearm or just don't feel up to it yet. They might not feel it's necessary. Whatever the case may be, they might live in a state where they can't get their hands on a CCW yet. I know I'm in a state where, yes, they now will issue them because of the Supreme Court ruling out of New York. But now there's a wait list so long that you're going to be sitting on it forever. So there's plenty of reasons why a lot of people do not want to carry or can't carry a firearm. And we have to still be at the table with those people. As an advocate of self-defense, we're not here to talk about the Taser Pulse as if it's some new object. Most of us have seen the Taser Pulse by now. If you haven't, this is a concealable sized version of the actual Taser. It does take Taser cartridges. They're different than the regular shape, but this is a smaller frame and everything, so they're smaller. But they do the same thing. They still fire prongs, and it is an actual Taser. It's made by Taser. It has the proprietary pulses and all that. It still causes all the effects and has a built-in light and laser. And a battery indicator in the rear, and it's a Taser. If you are still unfamiliar with the Taser Pulse and how it's like a third to half the price, probably closer to a third the price now, of law enforcement grade Taser models. So if you're still unfamiliar, I'll include a link down in the description. But in the meanwhile, I'm not here to talk about the Taser Pulse as if it's something new. What I am here to talk about is the carry options for something like a Taser Pulse and why a lot of them are essentially worthless, except for the one I'm going to recommend today. This is a paddle holster for the Taser Pulse. And if that doesn't print, then you're wearing the largest clothes of all time. Look how wide that is. For a concealed carry, for a Taser, come on, you gotta be more hidden than that. That's how much I've used this. It's not even broken in yet. This is a pancake style leather holster with a snap thumb brake. This also is made for the Taser Pulse. So that's not bad. I mean, depending on what you're wearing, right? That's not bad. At least it holds it high up against your body like a pancake holster does. But it's still a little much for a lot of people, I think, especially the kind of people that are choosing a Pulse over a firearm. This thing, I think, came with it, this like neoprene carry thing. If I'm remembering right, this came with it. Pretty sure. I've had this Taser Pulse for quite a long time. Yeah, so you see, this thing is weird. It's this like pullover. I don't understand this. Here's the only other one that I actually use sometimes. Sometimes when I'm carrying my firearm, I will use the sticky pocket holster for the Taser Pulse. This one is made for the Pulse. It fits it perfectly. Sometimes I'll throw this in like a cargo shorts or cargo pants side pocket. Sometimes I'll put it in random places, but this is fairly useful. But still, a pocket holster is really not an ideal carry solution, especially for something, if a Taser is your only option, you're gonna want to have like firearm level accessibility to this device. Hence, I go right back to my favorite concealed carry holster, but in this case, made for a Taser Pulse. What I'm recommending today as a great carry option for people who do not want to or cannot carry a firearm. This is an amazing setup. This video is actually about the Taser Pulse in the Crossbreed IWB holster. I think Crossbreed holsters are fantastic. I don't work for them. I don't get paid to say that. They don't even know I exist. But I've been using Crossbreed holsters for a very long time now because they are so thin, they are so comfortable, they're just the ideal carry solution in my mind. So when I went on their menu and figured out Crossbreed has a Taser holster, I tried this and I've been rocking it for a little while. And at least in places where I can use an ankle rig. I've been rocking this for a little while and I'm highly recommending this. Not either one thing by itself, but as a setup, if you are against or are worried about or cannot carry a firearm, but you still want to be prepared, you still want to be able to defend yourself from some situations, this is excellent. If you're wearing a shirt tucked in, a shirt over it, it's hard to get this to print. It's very tight up next to your body. Of course, the only level of retention is the rigidity and the pressure of the Kydex, which is not much, but you're relying on concealability more than physical retention. I've been rocking this where I would keep my firearm at my, like between 4 and 5 o'clock on my, behind my right side. And man, I got to tell you, if this was all I had, I would want it carried like this. So if any of you are looking for a cool carry solution that's not a gun, or you can't have your gun off duty, or you can't have your gun as a private civilian, or you can't get on the list yet, or you can't, or your family won't let you carry a gun. Whatever the case is, if you can't or don't want to carry a firearm, I'm strongly suggesting that you get a Taser Pulse. I'll include a link to where you can get one, and match it with a Crossbreed IWB Supertuck holster. And I'll include a link to that too. Great carry option, and highly recommend it. I'll also throw in a link if you don't know how a Taser Pulse works. I'll shoot a link in the description of where you can watch that happen. So something to think about, you guys. Just wanted to give you a recommendation on some gear that if I didn't keep my Glock 27 with me constantly, I might consider something like this as a secondary, or in that case, primary carry option. Big recommendation. Thumbs up. See you guys on the very next CivOps gear review. We're going to talk about what makes a California rifle featureless, especially when it has so many damn features. See you on the very next CivOps gear review. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at CivOps_gear. Make sure you like this, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, leave a comment, all that stuff. You hear it all the time. It's super important. That interaction and feedback helps us grow the channel. And thank you. See you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.